start with next topic of lesson 1, chemical reactions and equations, and today we will study topic oxidation and reduction reactions. Oxidation and reduction reactions are also called redox reactions, and what are these that we will study. Now we will study that if we heat, by taking an example, by taking an activity, that if we heat copper in a china dish and you provide heat to the china dish, after some time you will find that the outer surface of the copper powder, it gets black in color. Black colors is deposited over the copper. Why this happens? A question arises, why this happens? Why? Because when you are heating copper, this is the equation for this, when you are heating copper, the air present, कॉपर आप चाइना डिश में आपने कॉपर पाउडर रखा हुआ है और वो किसके कांटेक्ट में आ रहा है, चारों तरफ एयर है, एयर में क्या प्रेजेंट है, ऑक्सीजन. सो इट गेट्स रिएक्टेड विद ऑक्सीजन in the presence of heat, and what is formed? A substance called copper oxide is formed, and the color which is deposited black, this is because of this copper oxide. Why the surface of copper becomes black? Because of this copper oxide substance. Now if same substance you pass hydrogen over it, if same substance you pass hydrogen over it, what will happen? This is copper oxide, this is the product which is formed after this reaction. इसी पे ही अगर आप हाइड्रोजन पास ऑन करेंगे और हीट करेंगे, what will happen? This copper oxide will again turn to copper. Why? Because it will lose oxygen. ये ऑक्सीजन अब कहाँ आ जाएगी? यहाँ. This copper oxide will lose oxygen and this hydrogen will gain this oxygen. ठीक है? It will come here and because of this H2O ये प्रोडक्ट बन गया and ये कॉपर अकेला रह गया. इसने ऑक्सीजन को छोड़ दिया और किसको दे दिया? हाइड्रोजन को दे दिया. अब इस रिएक्शन में देखिए, लुक एट दिस reaction of copper combining with oxygen and then again passing hydrogen. In this reaction, what is happening? See, this copper oxide is here reduced to copper and hydrogen is oxidized to H2O. Means in single reaction, both the process oxidation and reduction are taking place. So such reactions in which both oxidation and reduction take place, such reactions are known as oxidation and reduction reactions, and they are also known as redox reactions. अब पहले अच्छे से इस बात को समझिए कि what is oxidation and what is reduction. Oxidation मतलब जब कभी भी there is gain of oxygen, the substance is gaining oxygen, then it will be called oxidation. जैसे कि कहाँ हो रहा है? This hydrogen में क्या ऐड हो गया? ऑक्सीजन ऐड हो गया ना, तो that means this is gaining oxygen. So this process is oxidation. और हाइड्रोजन को हम क्या बोलेंगे? That this is oxidized. Hydrogen is oxidized and this process is oxidation. This is hydrogen is oxidized to H2O, right? Add हो गया oxygen, gaining oxygen. Or it may also be as when a substance loses hydrogen, then also it is said to be oxidized and the process is known as oxidation. ठीक है? Then when a substance loses oxygen, then also it is said to be reduced or the process is known as reduction. Like over here, copper second oxide over here, ये COO था और यहाँ पर ये क्या चेंज हो गया? कॉपर में चेंज हो गया. मतलब इसकी जो ऑक्सीजन थी ये लूज हो गई. It has lost this oxygen and it has given it to hydrogen. तो मतलब यहाँ ऑक्सीजन नहीं है, that means it is losing oxygen. So this process is known as reduction, and this is said to be, copper is said to be reduced to copper. Copper oxide is said to be reduced to copper. Or it may also be opposite, when a substance loses oxygen or gains hydrogen. So this you note down in your notebooks. This is oxidation, and the substance is known as oxidized, and this is reduction. And such reactions in which both these oxidation and reductions are taking place, these are known as redox reactions. Right? Gain of oxygen और लॉस ऑफ हाइड्रोजन. एक लर्न कर लीजिए आप. अगर आपको कंफ्यूजन होता है कि कंफ्यूज हो गए किस में ऑक्सीजन लॉस था किस में ऐड था, तो एक आप बिल्कुल अच्छे से लर्न कर लो दैट देयर इज गेन ऑफ ऑक्सीजन और लॉस ऑफ हाइड्रोजन, तो वो है ऑक्सीडेशन. और उसका ऑपोजिट फिर लिख के देख लेंगे क्या रिडक्शन है, लॉस ऑफ ऑक्सीजन and gain of hydrogen. In other example also, if we take zinc oxide plus carbon, here also where reduction and where oxidation is taking place, zinc oxide, यहाँ पर ऑक्सीजन थी लेकिन ये किस में चेंज हो गया, जिंक में. दैट मीन्स इसकी ऑक्सीजन तो थी वो, देयर इज लॉस ऑफ ऑक्सीजन. सो दिस इज ऑक्सीडाइज्ड. और विच प्रोसेस इज टेकिंग प्लेस, ऑक्सीडेशन. हियर इट वाज कार्बन, लेकिन यहाँ किस में चेंज हो गया, CO में. मतलब ये जो ऑक्सीजन इसने रिलीज करी वो किसने ले ली, कार्बन ने. और ये क्या हो गया, रिड्यूस्ड हो गया, या हम कह सकते हैं कि द प्रोसेस इज रिडक्शन. जिंक ऑक्साइड इज ऑक्सीडाइज्ड टू जिंक एंड कार्बन इज zinc oxide is here is reduction and here is oxidation. ये देखो यहाँ ऑक्सीडेशन हुआ और यहाँ रिडक्शन हुआ. राइट. जिंक ऑक्साइड इज रिड्यूस टू जिंक एंड कार्बन इज ऑक्सीडाइज टू CO. अब इधर देखेंगे मैंगनीज ऑक्साइड, ऑक्सीजन पहले था, यहाँ पर लॉस हो गया, दैट मीन्स लॉस ऑफ ऑक्सीजन इज रिडक्शन. राइट. एंड यहाँ पर हाइड्रोजन था लेकिन देर इज लॉस ऑफ हाइड्रोजन, तो लॉस ऑफ हाइड्रोजन इज ऑक्सीडेशन. सो HCl is oxidized to chlorine and manganese oxide is reduced to manganese chloride. Right? So these reactions are known as oxidation and reduction or redox reactions. So अब इसका application, इसका अलग corrosion and rancidity we will do in next class.